Hi, fourth graders. Mrs. Tiemersma here for another writing lesson. This is lesson 4 of Writing True Stories, and I've been getting some of your stories. Some of you have been sending them to me on Office 365, and they're so good. I can tell that you're really listening to the lesson, so nice job. So last time we talked about introductions. I sent this home in your packet, and we talked about what makes a really good beginning. So hopefully you went back and changed your beginning to make sure you included all of those things. You check this checklist if you need to. Today we're going to really work on the middle of your story. So even if you think you're done, today's all about revision and going back and fixing things up. So you can always go back and add more details. We're going to be talking about the middle of your story. We're going to be revising all about your character. So today's goal is to really develop your character, elaborate details about your character so your reader really understands them. So think about your favorite books. Like a lot of you read Diary of the Wimpy Kid or Percy Jackson or Harry Potter. And all of those books, the author does a really good job of describing the character, and you really get to know them as a person. And maybe you even feel like they're like a friend because you understand them so well. So when you're writing, you should describe your characters that way. And in this story, the main character is yourself, so you should really describe yourself by showing, not just by telling. And I'm going to show you how to do that today. So it says, I showed what the main character did. So all the actions. And then I helped readers picture what happened. I did that by telling it bit by bit, all the little good juicy details, and by telling what I or another character did and said and thought. So it's good to describe all of your characters. So here's another one of our sticky notes that just shows what we're going to do today. Our learning target is you're going to bring your characters to life by explaining what they said and did, by acting out a part bit by bit, and then rewriting, telling exactly what they said or felt or thought. So we're going to work on my story, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So here's my story. I fixed it up a little bit since you last saw it. So I added a title, Lucy Comes to School. I made sure I capitalized each of the words, not that little words, the little words you don't, but I capitalized words, added my name. And since it's a true story, I found a picture of Lucy walking down my driveway. I just happened to have a picture. It wasn't of that same day, because I was so mad at her I wasn't going to take a picture of her. But it's still a good picture of her. So if you have any real pictures you want to add to your story, that would be great. I would love to see that. So I looked at my introduction. That's what we did last time. And I feel like I did a pretty good job, especially describing what I was doing, yelling at my dog. And describing my dog, she was a very stubborn, stinky dog. And when she set her mind to something, there was no changing it. So I made my way down our long driveway. Lucy faithfully followed about 10 feet behind me. So I feel like I've added good details. So today we're really working on the middle of my story. So I've really already finished my story, beginning, middle, end, but I'm going back to revise my middle to make it better. So this paragraph here, remember to write in paragraphs. When I got to school, I snuck in the back door of my classroom, hoping she would forget all about me and would wander home. As soon as I got in my classroom, I forgot about my dog, and I got right to work. Have I added enough details? Probably not. Have I really explained what I was doing? I could add some more details right there and stretch it out. So I'm going to do that in a second. This paragraph had ended with me just getting right to work, but I didn't really explain what I was doing or what I was thinking about at the time. So this is what I've added that's highlighted. So I was just more specific, because that is what good writers do, is they're very specific in their details. I was busy sharpening pencils, writing the schedule on the board, and passing out papers. I loved this quiet time of the day while I got ready for my students. I was thinking about all the fun learning we were going to do, and if anyone was going to bring cupcakes for their birthday. So I don't really know if I was thinking that on that day, but I just added that. And that's when you're writing, even when it's a true story, you can stretch the truth a little bit and add some thinking that maybe you thought. I don't know if I really thought that. Probably. So, writers, today I want you to go back, reread your story again, and I want you to see where you can really add details about yourself as the character, what you were doing, what you were saying, what you were thinking, and add that to your story. And so on our schedule, we've written that you should be writing about 20 minutes a day. So if you've only written this much, that means you are not writing 20 minutes a day. Because if you're writing 20 minutes a day, you should have quite a bit. So we do expect you to be writing even on the days that I don't do a lesson, or do more than 20 minutes on the days we do have lessons. But so try to stretch out your writing and try to challenge yourself to write more. And then I'll be doing 2 more lessons. One on endings, how to write a good conclusion for your story, of course. I'll go back and revise mine to make it better. And then the last lesson will be all about fixing up, the final fix-ups and editing and making sure you don't have run-on sentences and make sure you have good paragraphs, things like that. So 2 more lessons after this one, and hopefully you're sending these to your progress to your teacher so they can see how you're doing. So good job. Keep up the good work. Bye.